How about any particular advice you'd give to, young entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs, folks coming out of the factory that are going to start their own thing?
Yeah.
Any advice you give to people starting out in
Yeah.
entrepreneurship?
So you get your ducks in a row, but don't wait for the perfect time. So uh, every time you wait for it to be absolutely perfect, you're just going to keep waiting because it's
Uh-huh.
not. So at some point, you have to take that step. You have to merge, so to speak. My kids like this movie, Onward,
Yes.
where
Yeah.
he's trying to merge into the traffic, and he's like, "I'm too scared. I don't want to do it." And the other guy just says, "You can do it. Just merge," and they just go. Then they just go, and then they're fine. And
Yes.
you just have to do it. So I always tell my kids, just merge. But um, but the point of that is though, at yes, you can be prepared and you need to be, and you need to check your boxes with your professionals. You need to have a good attorney that can help you with setup. You need to have a good accountant or CPA that can help you, and potentially a good investment advisor. They don't need to be up front, but they might be a little later. That triangle of professionals can help you to have a long-term goal, a short-term goal, a ongoing goal, and they really need to be in communication with each other too on you, and
Yeah.
hopefully you got a good team there. But if you get your funding in place and you get your plan in place, I say just do it, just merge and go for it, and be ready for it to be a little bit of a struggle. The biggest misconception is, okay, I started my own business. How do I pay myself? I'm like, okay, do you have money to pay yourself? And usually, well, I need a paycheck. And I'm like, okay, we might have forgot this part. You have to make the money. The business has to be profitable for you to get a paycheck. So we really need to analyze this first and make sure you feel like you can take money out. And then let's get something set up so you get a regular paycheck. Because that's the hardest thing, is going from that regular weekly or biweekly paycheck to
Yeah.
nope, not unless there's money in the account.
Right.
And sometimes you need more money in the account, and you have to put money back in. So as long as you know those things might happen and you're good with it and you're ready to take that risk, go for it. But don't make sure you know it is a risk, and there
Mhm.
will be some times when it's lean, and you just got to be ready for them. And the tough will make it through that. And if you're willing to do whatever it takes, then you can succeed.
Yeah. How about looking back, any particular decision or action that you took that you'd say was, pivotal to your success?
Yeah, that's a good question. So the initial action of starting on my own was a big deal. And it, just like I said, I went through all those same emotions on should we do this, should we not, giving up the comfort of a weekly paycheck. So once you do that and you're wholeheartedly into it, and you're willing to do anything to make it succeed, once you get past that, you're kind of catapulted forward. And if you keep that energy going, you move forward. Once I started acquiring practices, one thing I realized was I needed to maintain a few of these relationships with these retirees that had been there, done that.
Uh-huh.
And even if they didn't do it like I'm going to, it's still great to have that relationship and hear their story, and hear their origin story, which could have been 50 years ago. But
Yeah.
if you maintain those relationships, then I'm saying that is my decision here, is making sure I listen to that generation of people, pay attention to what's happening now, and then truly listen to the next generation as well. I have a few employees in their 20s, and I try to involve them in everything I can, and listen to what they're saying, because they're the next leaders. And
Hmm.
so we need to create a company that serves top to bottom. So just that's the decision here, is listening to those people. Yes, in the end, I'll make the choice. I'll make the decision. But if you've got a little bit of advice from everybody, you can make the best decision.